This is Jesus Coming Soon morning program, and today we're going to learn about Matthew chapter 24, when Jesus is talking to his disciples. The disciples come to Jesus and call his attention to that spectacular building, and Jesus says, "Do you see all these things?" He asked, "I tell you the truth, not one stone here will be left on another. Everyone will be thrown down." The fulfillment of this prophecy happened 38 years later when Roman general Titus Vespasian got inside the temple with his soldiers and destroyed the temple. He laid siege to Jerusalem. When the soldiers set fire on the temple, the gold began to melt, and the soldiers got crazy, and they tried to pluck up all the stones and get the gold. So the fulfillment of this prophecy happened in 7th Anno Domini. So Jesus was talking about his second coming. He was talking to Jews, not to the church. So he continues. When Jesus was sitting on the Mount of Olives, his disciples came to him privately. "Tell us," they said, "when will this happen? What will be the sign of your coming and the end of the age?" So they asked Jesus about the end of time, the end of the age. And Jesus answered, "Watch out that no one deceives you. For men will come in my name, claiming I am the Christ, and will deceive many. You will hear of wars and rumors of wars, but see to it that you are not alarmed. Such things must happen, but the end is still to come. Nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. There will be famines and earthquakes in various places. And these things are the beginning of birth pains." So these things are still happening today. Today we have violence, earthquake, famines. But Jesus in this point was talking to Jews, not to the church. So, in fact, the church wasn't informed yet. Many preachers have said that this chapter is about the rapture, but it's a mistake, because the church wasn't formed yet. And Jesus continues talking about his second coming when he talks about the abomination of desolation. In verse 15 he says, "So when you see standing in the holy place the abomination that causes desolation, spoken of through the prophet Daniel, let the reader understand." He was talking about Antichrist, when the Antichrist will sit inside the temple and say he is God, and he will ask about worship, and the Jews won't accept worship. They won't worship a man. They worship on God. And Jesus continues talking about this. He says, "Then let those who are in Judea flee to the mountains." Because when the Antichrist receives the answer of the Jews that won't be worshipped, he will begin to kill all the Jews he can. He will persecute and will try to destroy all the Jews, all the nation, Jerusalem nation. So Jesus warns about this period of time, the tribulation time, when he says, "Then let those who are in Judea flee to the mountains. Let no one on the roof of his house go down to take anything that costs on the house. Let no one in the field go back to take his cloak. How dreadful will it be in those days for pregnant women and nursing mothers. Pray that your flight will not take place in the winter or in the Sabbath, because in the winter it's very cold in that region, and in the Sabbath they can walk only 1,000 meters." So Jesus was talking about his second coming to the Jews. So when somebody says that this chapter, Matthew 24, is about rapture, don't accept it, because it's direct to Jews. Jesus was talking to Jews. So, what we learn in this morning program, that Matthew chapter 24, Jesus was talking about his second coming. And when we say about second coming, it's about the second of coming to Jews, to the nation of Israel, when they will be persecuted by the Antichrist, and when Jesus will get down on the Mount of Olives and will save them in the end of the 7 years of tribulation. So, in the next time, we're going to talk about the Antichrist, Revelation chapter 13. So, watch it next time.